Hello, Namaste, Salam Alaikum, Sat Sri Akal. Welcome back to another session with your Vahchef at VahRehVah.com. Today I am going to make one very delicious super paneer dish. This is going to be Shahi Paneer Moti Kofta curry. We're going to make koftas using this grated paneer. I've got a lot of this grated paneer here. So these are called moti koftas because even after frying they need to remain white in color. So it's very easy. All you need to do is season it with a little bit of salt in the koftas. You want to make sure that the koftas are quite tasty. In this, add a little bit of pepper powder and some cardamom powder. Okay, all nice sweet flavors, and just mix this along with flour. You can use cornstarch or even all-purpose flour for this. So here I've got 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, and then just make this into like a dough. Okay, this will be very easy. Look at this. All you need to do is just ensure that the salt is mixed up properly, and then you make this into nice dough like this, and then you divide them into little kofta size balls. But these ones are going to be stuffed, not just fried paneer, but we're going to stuff it with some nuts. So here I'm going to take another bowl. In this I'm going to add Khoya. Khoya is nothing but condensed milk, and I'm going to leave some for the gravy also, because I've already shown you many times that when you used the condensed milk in making some of the nice silky sauces, the taste is going to be awesome. So here is the Khoya. In this we're going to add some chopped pistachio, nuts, baby, nuts, and I'm going to add some chopped raisins. These raisins is going to give a little bit of sweetness for the koftas when you bite onto them, and then some almonds. It depends, whatever nuts you want to add, you can add all of this into this. Okay, and make this also like a dough, but with the paneer ones you're going to make a bigger ball, and with the Khoya stuffing you're going to make them into smaller balls. Later we're going to stuff these into these, and then we're going to fry. You're going to see how to do this. Now I've got 2 kinds of balls here, and both of them are, one is smaller, one is bigger. Now we're going to stuff these balls. Okay, just take a bigger ball and stuff the smaller ball in, and then we're going to just stuff the smaller ball in the bigger ball, and we're going to fry this ball in the hot oil. So look at this, very simple. You want to make any shape, you want to make them round, oval, anything, it's up to you. Just make sure that you stuff the Khoya inside, because see, when you bite on it, the inside will be nice and sweet, and the outside will be very nice. We all love paneer when it is fried, and that too in the form of koftas in a nice silky gravy. Wow, every one of us will love these balls, and these are getting perfect. Okay, I'm going to do all of them and fry. Okay, now I've got all of them ready. We're going to fry them in hot oil. Make sure that the oil is not too hot. And there is another simple technique that I'm going to show you. See, whenever you are frying something like gulab jamuns or anything, you just rotate the oil like this. That way when you drop in, it won't touch at the bottom and burn. So this way the coloring of these koftas also will be even. Okay, I'm going to drop more of them, and do not dump in all the koftas at the same time, otherwise they will not be, the heat of the oil may fall, and sometimes the koftas may absorb the oil. So if you don't want that to happen, make sure you fry them few at a time. Once you have the slight golden coloring, that's when you remove of them. Okay, this is pretty good and perfectly colored. That's how I want the balls to be done. Now that these awesome koftas are all ready, let's learn how to make the gravy for this. The gravy is also pretty simple. All we're going to do is, I'm going to use oil, but if you want, you can also use ghee. That's it. I want this oil to be nice and hot. That's when we're going to add chopped onion. Okay, and make sure that the onions are finely chopped. If you want, even you can grate the onions, or even make a paste of the onions and add to this. In this we want these onions to be slightly golden. So to bring out the moisture out, we add some salt to this, and we're going to cook this till these onions are slightly golden. Once the onions are slightly golden in color, we're going to add ginger garlic paste. And in this, we're going to add green chilli paste. If you want, you can also add chopped chilies, but I just want to make sure that the gravy is a little bit silky. That's why I added green chilli paste, And I'm also adding chili powder, green chili, and this combination of flavors will go good when you are using curd and a little bit of Khoya in it. So, a little bit of chili powder, and I've got a little bit of nutmeg powder. Okay. I'm just going to add a little bit water. That should be good. And I'm just going to let it cook for another 1 minute. That's when I'm going to add a mixture of, here I've got beaten curd and whatever little bit of leftover Khoya also I'm going to add it in this. And here I've got the cashew nut paste, but never add cashew nut paste, in quantities. Just make sure you add just 1 tablespoon, check the thickness, then add little more later. Here this mixture is ready. The oil is slightly oozing out from this mixture. In this, I'm going to add this yogurt, Khoya. That's good. And also, I'm going to add the cashew nut paste. Look at this. I have so much here, but I'm just going to add around 2 teaspoons of the cashew nut paste. And also, I'm going to add some tomato puree. Okay. That will give you very nice pinkish color as well as the nice taste to the gravy. Okay. Add some more water. Make sure when you're adding curd, whisk it properly and add. Otherwise, you will have your gravy slightly curdled. It doesn't matter once you have the cashew nut paste thickening it, the curdleness will go. But, I think I may have to add a little more water. That's good. And I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to let it cook on a slow flame. But mind you, the cashew nut paste, while it is getting cooked, can stick at the bottom. So once in a while, keep rotating till the gravy is nice and flavorful, and make sure you add a little bit of salt to adjust the seasoning. Now after around 20 minutes of cooking, this is my awesome silky gravy all ready. It is slightly sour because we added the curd as well as the tomato puree. So when you have something sour like that and you want to balance it, what do? You add some sweetness. In a lot of recipes where we add vinegar, we add sugar to just reduce the sourness. And here I added a pinch of sugar. And also what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some cream into this. Okay, that also is going to make this silky as well as make this nice and tasty. Okay, that should be good. And after you add the cream, I don't want this to come to a real big boil. Just once it slightly simmers and I see the bubbles coming on top, that's when I'm going to drop in the koftas. Okay, this thickness is pretty okay. The koftas tend to observe a little bit of moisture in, so make sure if you need, you may have to dilute it a little bit before you add the koftas. But I want this nice and silky gravy, and this is perfect. Now I'm going to check the taste also once again. Nice, awesome aroma. Now this is perfect. Yeah. This is what happens when it is very, very tasty. Wow. Now look at this. You can enjoy this with naan and or any kind of parathas or any kind of breads. Usually I like rumali roti or anything. But you can see the stuffing, inside. Perfect. What do I tell? And enjoy this with this delicate naans, especially any leavened kind of bread. And along with this kofta and this sauce, I think this is super. I'm telling you, sometimes I often say very lickable kind of curry. This is nice, silky. Even the koftas are fantastic. Dear friends, I hope you enjoyed today's session of learning how to make this wonderful Shahi Paneer Moti Kofta curry. But do not forget, VahRehVah is all about inspiring others to cook. So please post your recipes and cooking tips at VahRehVah.com so others can benefit from your great cooking. Thank you.